Hello, welcome back to Lulu's Way. I'm glad you're here. It happened. It happened. I have two 100-watt solar panels on my roof, and I have a Maxxair fan on my roof. I spent the whole day up in Ipswich yesterday at Pilgrim Vanbuild. Um, I met with Bill there, who is the owner of that company, and he did all the work and he spent the whole day on it, and he did a fabulous job. He's very meticulous. He's a perfectionist, and he checks and he rechecks and he checks and he rechecks and then he checks and he rechecks. And I can see the importance of that because you are cutting through metal, drilling through metal, attaching on metal, and you don't get really a second chance with some of that stuff like you do with woodworking, or you can just be like, oh, I screwed up that board, let me get another board. It's like, no, you can't like screw this up. So he was very confident, and he was very thorough and professional, and um, we had a great day. We spent the day together. I asked him if he wouldn't mind if I worked with him, because I would enjoy doing that for the day. I also didn't want to be a pain in the butt, so if he wanted me to go sit in the waiting room, I could have done that too. But he said, sure. So I was kind of his helping hand all day, and I was passing him stuff and I did some things, and he was a good sport. He was a good sport. Let me show you the magic on my roof. So here they are. There's my solar panels. They're in nice and snug, and my Maxxair fan down the other end. So I've already been generating electricity with this. I watch my Bluetti go, and I don't have to plug in any portable solar panels. It's the best thing. I feel like a little princess. So right down the other end is where the wires are going in. So it's that little box where all the wires go in, and it's right now it's masking. There's masking tape on it. So the masking tape is really forcing it, holding it down really tight. And he told me to leave that on for 48 hours. So he put all this goopy stuff, put this little box that has the two wires that go in through the roof. And so tomorrow evening, I'll take that masking tape off. So yeah, and he rather than typically, I think what he does is he puts these rails on top of the roof rack, and then the solar panels go up nice and high. But I asked him to do it under, so that's why it's under this roof rack, and so the solar panels are flush with my roof rack. I prefer it like that. I'll fit in the garage better, and it's more stealth. Yay! So it's kind of a mess in here on my ceiling. So here are the wires. Um, and the reason he left these like this is because I will just tape them all. I'll tape them all right down to this insulation. And then when I put my panels over, um, they'll just be buried in the panel, under the panels. And so I just turn it on like this. And there it is. And I can open this like this. And it opens up. I can change it to, it has 10 speeds. And I can change it input. It can either be blowing in or blowing out. So it's just perfect. And this right here was the only spot that it could go. The only spot. Because there's about an inch between the Maxxair fan and the first solar panel. So it had to go this low. In fact, he had to take these plastic panels off so we could get the corners underneath them, because that's how far back it had to go. So this is fine, because the other option was to put one solar panel here, one solar panel here, and put that in the middle. Seems like that would make sense, right? That it would be right here, and then it would be in the middle of everything. But then I don't have the height. Look at what I'm dealing with here. I'm just grazing the ceiling. Another maybe inch and a half, I would just be crouched down. So it had to go on this panel and it had to go that far down. So it's fine. At first when I was thinking like, oh, it needs to be near the kitchen, it needs to be near the bed, it needs to be near wherever it is, it's near everything. I'm in 28 square feet. So that was the spot. It's going to suck up everything. It's a tiny box I'm in here. You know what I mean? A very tiny box. I hung up the first paisley sky panel this morning. I got the other two to still do, but I got to show you what I did. Check it out. Check out my blue paisley sky. I got the first panel up, and it was a little bit tricky. It was a little bit tricky because I had to cut these out right here, these circle things, because this right here on top of this is the roof rack. This is where the roof rack comes in. So I had to make these, but I just made my templates with my little paper and tape, and it worked out just fine. And when I made one template, I just copied it on the other side. And then I just put all this up here. I put the white duct tape on the on that black wire. You don't even see anything. It's all tucked away. So what's on my agenda? I'm going to get this done. I'm going to get this one done, which is going to be another template. And then when this is done, it has another plate that goes over it that covers all these screws, and it frames the whole thing. But that's going to go up after the ceiling panel. So once that panel's up, then I have that piece. He gave me that piece to put it right up to frame it and finish it off nice. So I'm going to show you what he did with my electrical. So I need to cut this off. I need some scissors. Oh no, there we go. Okay. So basically, remember this is where my extension cord is. So that extension cord goes, it's all tacked up under the bed. It comes in over by the kitchen, so I have that power. So now this plug right here goes into a fuse box. So this is the fuse box. He attached it right to the bottom of this table. So it's not extremely handy to get to, but you can get to it if you needed to, but it will be very infrequently. So the two things that are hooked up into that box are the fridge. So now I don't have to plug the fridge in here and unplug it and plug it in. So that's good. So that's just all wired in. And then also the Maxxair fan. And then I'm on 100% because if I'm sitting in the sun, it's just cranking it and I'm up to 100%. It was funny because I told him, I said, I have the capacity to charge it while I'm driving too. But if I'm driving and the solar panels are keeping it charged up, I'll just keep it on solar panels because I can pick between the two. Solar panels is the switch down and the switch right here. The switch right here. If it's down, it's using the solar panels. If it's up, it's using the car battery. So right now it's down. As long as the solar panels are generating enough and keeping me topped up, if it's a rainy day or a very cloudy day, or I've used a lot of electricity and then I'm driving, oh, I'll definitely put it on car. And that thing, because it's going to crank up a lot quicker with the car than with the solar panels. It'll bring in more wattage at one time. So it's all good. I got everything happening. So just the final touches, and that would be finishing off the last two ceiling panels, and also finishing off the Maxxair fan and getting that all tidied up and framed, and then get packing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a little bit of a slideshow of some photos that I took yesterday of Bill and I hard at work, and the process, a little bit of the process of the installation of the solar panels and the Maxxair fan. We had a really good time. He's a great kid, and I highly recommend his company, Pilgrim Vanbuild, and that's in Ipswich, Massachusetts. So check him out if you need any of this work done. He's a cool dude. He's a cool dude. Bye for now.